Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Iman. If you're new here, this is Community. This is season 3, episode 11, Urban Matrimony and the Sandwich Arts. So we're going to have some delicious sandwich making, some marriage, and that goes together, I guess. The art of making a sandwich. For me, my favorite thing to put on a sandwich is avocado, onions, specifically red onions. I love red onions. And you've got to have a little bit of mayo. You got to have some turkey. And I do like to get like the baguette that, make it really fancy. The baguette, add some cucumbers, add some mint. Have you ever had a mint sandwich and a little bit of basil? Some tomatoes, some salt, pepper, some horseradish. My mouth is watering. Ooh. There's like a Persian way of doing it is probably adding the mint and like green onions and basil. And you don't even need meat, honestly. You can put all of that on there with the mustard, with the mayo. And it's fantastic. But yeah, there is an art to making sandwiches. If you know how to do that, you're special. Let's get into Community. Let's laugh. Let's cry. Let's not cry. Okay, I'm going to count down for the full-timer reactions, which you can find on Patreon if you're interested in having that perk. Also early access, and there are other perks as well. And those links are in my description box below. All right, let's do this. What's with Troy's smile?
And I would have got rid of that take a penny, leave a penny nonsense. If the good Lord wanted you to have a penny, you'd have one.
Pierce.
What the?
Why do you look like a wealthy murderer?
Like an entrepreneur.
Patrick Bateman? Was that his name?
Threat level 4.
Oh my god.
Your guess has
Oh, this
Get calibrated.
Wireless racism.
I was gonna say.
Put your money into a good idea, like Shirley.
Oh, I made that offer the first day I met her.
Oh
She almost
my-
broke my nose.
I mean,
God.
you're a food date.
What are you talking about, Britta?
I'm talking about the whole reason you came here, to start a business.
Oh, right. And baking and all of that.
Should I have my people call your people? I mean, not your people.
Oh my god.
Think about it.
It's Shirley Benz in the house. The year was 1991.
Oh. Damn, I would hate this if this was me. If I was Shirley, I couldn't deal with this, but I love this for her.
I haven't loved you ever since there was a Soviet Union and only one Damon Wayans. Maybe I know I've made mistakes,
There's a lot of Wayans.
but there is one thing, something important that we keep putting
These
off.
guys in the background. Oh, really?
Marry me and Andre Bennett again.
Aww. Britta.
Shall I notify authorities?
Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Animals. The men are making them talk, and they're not drinking tea. They're drinking antiquated gender roles.
Somebody tell Britta what an analogy is.
I know what it is. It's like a thought with another thought.
Britta, she's so cute.
Your life's too long to spend it with someone else.
It's a sucker's game.
It's a mutual cop-out. I mean, just nut up and die alone.
Hello! Oh my god, I'm so happy.
You're having your wedding in the study room?
Our church has certain policies regarding things like second weddings and
Oh.
tight jeans and calico caps.
Eye roll.
Jeff, I was wondering if you would do us the honor of giving a toast at our wedding.
Good idea. Jeff has a lot of thoughts about marriage.
I would be honored.
Shirley, do you need any
I'm
help?
sure he'd make a great
Probably
speech though.
Every time I see a wedding idea I put it in a little scrapbook.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know, Pierce. I'm way too busy for that now with the wedding and everything. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, Britta.
That's already weird. You'd be playing into her hand. You should just show up wearing boring gray suits with gray ties and gray shirts.
Why is everyone like this right now?
What if we purged all the weirdness from our systems?
You mean?
A full 24-hour weird down in the Dreamatorium. Just you, me, and our imaginations, no restraints. By the wedding, our temptation to act weird.
I want to join.
I'm feeling more normal already. Crab walk home?
Yeah.
I want to join. I mean, this is the way to live. It really is.
I don't want to see you slide into your old comfort zone.
You don't know that. I am going to start a business soon. I can't help it if I have floral arrangements to pick and a DJ to hire.
No, Britta's right on this.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for that.
I was serious.
Wow. What?
Shirley, you can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. Do not use your second wedding as an excuse to limit yourself. Pierce!
I mean, she is right.
Shirley, do you take this man to be your business partner?
I mean,
Sure. I had to shelve the trouser bench anyway. There are still some parts of the prototype that need to be extracted.
ugh.
Maybe you're misunderstanding?
No, we know. Please. No. You know, the awkward pause here.
Sure. She's modern, she's urban, she's fun, and she's hungry. You probably noticed she's black, but not a stereotype. Suburban black.
Is she suburban or urban?
She's half urban. Let's say.
She's half urban.
What about revenue projections? What are the margins going to be?
Shirley, sweet, innocent Shirley. What was the question?
Look. First thing we need to figure out is our overhead. Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, have you thought about the color story for your wedding?
The color story.
Right, Dale? Same theme as every wedding.
I-
Conformity,
I
blind.
love her. Oh, it's. I wish her sweater was a little longer, but I like that color and that knit.
This is citrine.
For Britta.
Lesson. This is sea glass, cameo, and cerulean.
How difficult is this? These.
I do want to talk about marriage after this.
Like stick a ribbon on it.
I kind of understand Britta.
That's a really beautiful arrangement.
Color me lavender. Lavender means impressed.
Yeah, well, great. Flowers look good in a pot. There are people dying in Uganda.
Oh my God. They're letting it all. They're letting everything out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So fun.
God, isn't tonight Shirley's wedding rehearsal? Look at how we're
He's
dressed.
got his Pierce's dad's wig.
Occasion to be on our way.
Annie.
She's singing the song. She just has to do this little thing. Who is the other girl?
I could use a drink.
Shirley sandwiches.
But it's funny how Annie is in his heart.
Here's, put up the next slide.
That's me!
Where did I get all that?
Thank you.
I can't believe that she wants to get married in here, though. No judgment.
Holy crap. Britta, you're really good at this. I know.
Wives.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna make some man very happy someday.
Easy, slow down.
What's with you guys?
What? Yep. Shirley's late to the rehearsal for her wedding? Oh my.
Hey, man, you don't have to be sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
We're heavily invested in your situation. Nothing's more important.
I love when they have these moments where like Abed is like this normal dude. Troy is now normal too.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I cannot believe you learned all this at Greendale. You're very professional.
I am, aren't I?
I brought sodas so we can toast to our futures.
They're already open.
God, I'm supposed to be looking like a bride for my wedding rehearsal to the dad of my children. I'm coming, baby.
That was an odd dot to connect.
Yeah, it was. Oh, Britta.
Give me another.
Britta and Jeff.
What's with you?
Andre, sorry I'm late. I have wonderful news. The dean loved our pitch.
Your pitch. Woman, I've been waiting for you for 2 hours.
Oh, no, hasn't been that long. I'm so sorry.
Don't you dare use your sexy voice on me.
That's the sexy voice.
Andre. But normal went out the door the day you did.
Well, if we can't get back to the way things were, why the hell are we getting remarried?
Oh no.
These shrimp are to die for.
Oh man. Well, I didn't see that coming.
Nobody commits to this. Nobody stays with anybody forever. So why do we keep lying?
Aww.
I was born to be a wife, and that's all I'm ever gonna be.
You expect anyone here to believe that?
I don't care if anybody believes it, jackass. It's a
So that's what this was all about, Andre. It's just about wanting me back in the kitchen.
I thought you loved being a wife and a mother.
Of course, but can't you see
Well, see, that's why Britta was right.
To prevent a disaster.
I promise to put your dreams before mine.
I promised to bottle up.
They're getting married.
What about babies?
What about them?
How many?
Pick a number, dick, like it's up to me.
What in God's name are you two doing?
Getting married? What does it look like we're doing?
The preacher.
Get out.
It's not something you just stick out, man. Right? It's a risk that you take together. And you don't just promise it once. You gotta promise it every day.
Yes, but the person you're making promises to is gonna change. You have to accept that.
To be patient when that person's stereo business takes a little while to get off the ground.
I do, but do you accept that 10 years is more than a little while and the iPods aren't going away and maybe it's time to let somebody else take the lead?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Wow.
I swear I do.
If you let me pronounce you man and wife, you can kiss the bride and you can save like $70.
Say, babe.
Aww.
Dumb husband and wife. Now, how about
Jeff and Britta being.
party?
Aww. What? Annie's boobs. Oh, right. Annie's boobs. Oh, this is him going back to weird.
My name's Danielle.
Constable Reggie. It appears the blogger has developed a way to take human.
Your photonic bowler hat.
Aww.
The bad news is they made a few calls and sold the space to Subway, the sandwich place.
What?
Head on this one.
And I don't remember being invited to your wedding, so I guess we're even on the hurting each other front.
Oh my god. He's so petty.
There go all my dreams.
No.
Look at me now, Dad. How's it taste? How many sandwich places did you have?
Oh no. Oh no. God, that's that noise. Oh, what's up? What are you doing? Does he need to just do one of these guys? Little, put the latch back up, or what's going on here? Oh my god. Oh god. Ugh. Ooh, I want ice cream though. That does sound nice. Oh man. Oh man, that was awesome. That ended really awesomely. I kind of thought that Shirley and Andre it would be the end, but that's how relationships are like that. I mean, relationships are really complicated. There is no right or wrong other than obviously if you're getting like legitimately abused, but other than that, yeah, you're gonna have great moments with your partner and you're gonna have really tough moments, and the reality is, like Shirley is saying, in a long-term relationship, you will evolve, you grow and you learn and you just constantly do become a new person. That's what you're supposed to be in this world. You're supposed to gain more knowledge, make maybe even new friends as you get older, if you can. Be one with yourself and really get to know who you are. Yeah, I'm very different from who I was 5 years ago. I'm very different from who I was even 2 years ago. That was something my dad told me when when he kind of came back into my life when I was 13, and then every so often we would have these conversations where he was like, you think that now, talk to me in 5 years. And every time he was right. Actually, I would have these really strong stances on who I was, what I believed in, and I just I didn't care what he had to say. I was like, no, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. And finally I'm 32 and I'm like, okay, yeah, shit, we don't really know, really, like, we change, we should, good, and we should change, especially if you're not like in the best place, you know. And even if you are in the best place, there's still evolution that happens. Like, you can still evolve and become someone different, and you know, and your partner does too if you're in a relationship. But I really appreciate the side story with Abed and Troy. I think they're so cool. They're so cool. Just like that, just them having that room where they can go in and have all kinds of fun. And like, you know, when you're a kid, didn't you have those like super creative ideas where you would have like your dolls and you would make these long stories, and you'd have, you know, characters, and you're talking and you're fighting, and sometimes you could do, I don't know, for me, that's what I would do. I don't know if I think there was times I was able to do that with certain friends, but I never really could feel very comfortable, I think. With my stepsister, I did. Like, she's 3 years younger than me. And when she came into my life, I was just like, I have a sister. And we did so many things together, like doing plays, trying to sell baked goods and all that. Like, but I was the ringleader. I was just like, come on, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. But like, it's cool that Abed and Troy they're adults, and yet they get to have this fun, and they get to explore that together, and just having a room to do that. It's just that, I don't know, it blows my mind. Like, I would never have thought of that until I watched this. Like, that's just a cool place. I don't know. And Britta and Jeff, it's funny that it just kind of comes out in the end where they both, you know, they're afraid. It all comes from fear. Like, what is with marriage? Well, marriage is gonna fail. People are lying to each other. My dad left. He lied. And Britta being like taught, like, your place is a wife, and you're going to be a wife, and that's all you are. You're not a person who thinks for themselves or whatever. It seems like that might have been the way she was taught when she was a kid. And she's like, so she's been extremely, extremely independent until it's like gotten to like grossly independent. But they want love, of course. And I think they do want someone to spend their lives with. And it's just their huge fear and their lack of, I don't know, it's a big insecurity, I think. Also, I think Britta just needs to figure out, like, on her part, like, you can multitask. You can be a wife and your own person. You can be a mom and your own person, and have your hobbies and a career and all of that. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's different. It depends on, I guess, how much support you're getting. I don't know if you can do all of that, and every part of your life is going to have, because it's like, I don't know, I wish I had like a graph. Maybe there's a graph here, and in the graph there's career life. Where's the bar at? Okay, here's family life. Where's that bar at? Here's your life just as a human. Are you taking care of yourself? Where is that bar at? Oh, you're married? Where is that going? Kids. It's like, how much are you putting into each part of your life? I think if you have a lot going on, you can do it all, but there's going to be parts in areas that are lacking. So I think just being aware of that. I think as I'm like going, I realize that too. It's like, I'm again very lucky that this is the job I have. I get to work from home. I get to spend time with my children. And then there's a lot of times where I'm like, I actually genuinely, you have to choose when you're working. You have to choose. Or you have to at least plan your life in a way that I guess like, okay, we do this early in the morning. Ideally, work really, really early in the morning and then have time to do these activities with my children. And you can, some days are going to work out and some days are not. And it's going to be a mess. And like, that's the reality. But there is just like, it's a lot. I don't know. I guess it's like when people think, oh yeah, we can do everything. I can do everything. It's like, I don't think you're a mom yet. I don't think you have a partner. Like it actually is hard. I mean, I was going to say, yeah, you could do all of it. I'm like, well, you can, but somewhere is going to be lacking. Unless you've got all the support. And if you have support, you're a lucky person. And I hope people have support. We should. That's how we were created to live in communities and to have people, around you that will be like, that you could trust with your children. And then, like, yeah, they're going to go over there. They're going to be learning this and that. And I was actually talking to my friend about this, and she brought this up. She was saying like back, a long time ago, you would live in a community and you'd have like maybe an artist or a fisherman or someone, and they would take your kids and they'd teach them things, and you would just have people in your community just helping, because the whole community is hoping that your kids will become well-adjusted human beings that literally is connected to everyone in society. But in the way we live today, that's quite difficult. It's like, in our Western society, it's like, I don't know if that's possible. And everyone's got way too much on their plates anyways to really care about other people's stuff, because they're like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, so how do I even figure that out? But that's besides the point. I love that Shirley and Andre came back together, because for a moment I really was afraid that he was just going to be this like controlling asshole who's insecure about his wife making more money than him or being the breadwinner. And it's like, that's life, my guy. Like, you're going to, it's going to switch and it's going to be like this. And you better allow that to do that. It's not your manhood being taken away from you. That is another freaking lie. It's like, God, like, stop letting society and like other outside voices tell us how to live our lives. Do what we are doing. Like, is like, relationships are hard enough. Don't put other barriers on it to make it harder. Like, oh, my wife can't make more than me. Oh, she can't do that. Or my husband he can't be around this or that. I don't know, whatever it is, like, for that part. I just know that like that is a big thing where I think there are men who feel insecure if their wives or girlfriends or partners are making more or more successful in some way. And I don't know. I think that's a little sad, in my opinion, because yeah, you're just, whoops, you're limiting yourself. It's like, who knows? Maybe in your relationship, you're going to be sick. You're going to get injured, and you can't work. And you're going to be very thankful that your wife is making money and has saved money or whatever it is. Life happens, and we're living in a weird, like, fantastical place where we're thinking, oh, we're always going to be strong and this and that. It's like, no, it's not the case. You're lucky if you do, but that's not how it is for everybody. Freak accidents happen. So yeah, I think just being a little bit more open-minded and we need to stop like putting ourselves in boxes. Like Britta seems so open-minded yet so close-minded at the same time. You can be many different things all at once. It does take a lot of organizing, a lot of planning, a lot of energy, and hopefully you have support to do that. The last thing I'll say is weddings, for me, I can't judge it. I get it. For me, I don't know. If I get married, if I ever get married in that way, I feel like I don't really like I probably would only have a very limited amount of people there. Just my children, my close, very, very, very close friends, and our families. That's it. Because honestly, it's like the relationship I have with my partner, which I have right now, you know, I don't know if we'll get married. I don't know if will last another year or 10 years. Who knows, right? Nobody really knows anything. What I do know is I'm very happy, but my relationship is my relationship, and nobody else really knows and lives our life. So it's like, for me, it's about us and our, like, the people really close to us. It's not about like my acquaintances or like having this huge thing of like, look at us, we're in love. Like, how many people get married? It's like, yeah, we get it, you're in love. So is so is millions of people on this planet, and the millions before us and millions before them and millions after us. It will always be. There's always, but I don't like the frills and the big thing of like all the attention on me. And that's my own personality. Like, I just, it's like, even, you know, doing this job, yeah, like there's people watching the videos, and it's not like I can't see you guys watching me. I'm in my room, so I don't feel so like scared. I think if I was doing this live, it would be completely different, because I do have like social anxiety and clam up and all of that around a bunch of people. It's uncomfortable. But yeah, that's never really been the thing. Like, there's themes I like, there's beautiful themes, but it's like, it's for me. This is gonna be for me. This is for my boys. This is for my partner. You know, if that does happen, or you know, what the future looks like there. And I think too many people put, what I'm trying to say is, too many people put too much on the what does everyone think about us? How do we look to everybody else? And it's like, for me, I just don't care, because I've dealt with, like, in other relationships and being insecure and being just immature and, you know, not understanding things. And now I kind of understand life a little more. And yeah, people are very like, I don't know. I'm trying to, I'm kind of lost. My words are lost on me on this, but I'm not a fan of like big weddings. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not a fan of these really big weddings and like people just making toasts and stuff. It's like, I don't know. I guess it just depends. Like, were you with us? Are you? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But for me personally, I'm just like, I want it to be something beautiful and intimate and like real, and not like about everybody else. But it's just like, yeah. Honestly, on a real note, I'd rather just go somewhere and do it alone with just me and my partner and you know, like whoever I'm, you know, whatever happens, you know. I just don't, it's just like this thing that I don't understand, I guess. Yeah. I don't understand it, and that's okay. And then there's people who want big weddings, and I think that's okay too. I'm just saying, for me personally, it's not that, I don't really like it. But I think love is beautiful and it should be celebrated. And I think people should, especially like, okay, here, actually, this is where it is. A lot of people get married and it's for the wrong reasons, and it's for like selfish reasons. And maybe it's not that they're in love, but they're just like, we look good together on paper. And I don't know, why should we celebrate people when we don't even know like their heart? Like, have you gone through hardships together? Are you best friends? Like, you got each other's backs? I want to celebrate you if I know who you are and like your partner, and I'm like, I'm here to, you know what I mean? Like, clap, because I'm like, man, I know everything you guys have been through so much. I've been supporting you. I love you. You make me believe in love. I just don't know how many people are getting married in that, like, with that, like, with that truth, you know? I just feel like people just get married to get married because it's like, oh, we have to get married. Oh, how does my ring look? Give me a big ring. These are all these types of things. And I know people might say, I feel like there's now a term called a pick me. I don't want you to pick me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm just saying, I'm not a jewelry person. So for me, it's like, I genuinely, since I've been a kid, I don't want a ring. I don't wear rings. It's hard to, like, the only thing I got in my nose, I've got this piercing in my nose, and it stays there because I don't touch it like at all. I'll take my earrings out. My ears don't want to be pierced. Like, I'm just not a jewelry girl. I've never been a jewelry girl. That's not the way to my heart is through my stomach. I'm hungry. I like food. I like desserts, and I like laughter and all, and like actual just intellectually being stimulated, and like having conversations, and like reading, and things like watching awesome movies, TV shows. That's stimulating to me. So for me, I guess the idea of marriage and everything that comes along with it is not attractive to me because it's just not my personality. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's a lot of people who feel like that for the same way. But I guess the way they make it's like, oh, all women are like this and they all want the huge fat ring. Like, we're all Kim Kardashian. And it's like, furthest from the truth. Furthest from the truth. And I know I'm not alone. And yeah, it's not like I'm easy to handle, because I'm not. I have my issues too. So it's like, it's like, okay, I don't want a ring, but we're gonna probably gonna argue. Like, like, I'm not, just because you see me here laughing and having a good time, that's not who I am all the time. I'm sad a lot. I have darkness, like we all do. And so I'm not saying, oh yeah, hey, I don't like rings, I'm a pick me. I'm like, no, it's just because genuinely I'll lose the ring. And also it's just something I wouldn't remember to put on or anything like that. And it just, I don't know, I just see things in it's just a different way. And that's just how I've been since I've been a kid. And there's a lot of people like that. I just feel like it's not the popular thing. That's why you have shows like Say Yes to the Dress. And I used to watch that show. I loved it. I don't know. Like, I can be, there's the back and forth, like the hypocritical, like me being a little judgmental, but then me also watching Say Yes to the Dress, and also watching Love is Blind, or what was the other one where the people get married like right away, like they meet each other on the pew or whatever. I forgot what that show's called. So I'm a sucker for watching it. Like, it's entertaining, it's interesting, but I just, I used to watch stuff like that more so. I don't really watch any of that really now, but yeah, I think it's nice. I get the appeal, but I think at the end of the day for me, it's just not that. It's not, I'm just literally trying to make sure I'm in the I'm being really open right now. Like, I'm just trying to make sure I'm healthy. I'm taking it a day at a time. I'm trying to make myself really take things a day at a time, being the best mom I can be, being the best partner I can be, and being the best person I can be for myself. And like, that's really where I'm at. So I'm like, that all of that sounds so like too much. And Shirley and Andre made a great choice. They got married like that. It was like, let's do this. This is just it with Jeff and Britta, drunk on each side of me, drink and get married like that. I'm not, yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Community always does this where I feel like, I don't know, I like to talk about things, and yeah, it's cool. Like some episodes, it's more of like it is like, oh, okay, it was a funny episode, but that's kind of all. But I feel like this episode had a lot to offer. My last thought is, I really hope the Shirley and Pierce thing, like business thing or business venture, works out. I really do, because it seems like Shirley really needs a win, and so does Pierce. So I do hope that something works out for them. But that's all. Do you guys want to get married? Why not? Are you married? How is your marriage? It's more than just the beautiful day, right? It's the after and the before, and like the hard work and the effort and the time put in, and the beautiful moments and the hard moments, and just creating a space to have love and being freely who you are, and being and getting to know each other, and accepting each other's growth, and accepting each other's evolution, and accepting that each of us I'm a human, and then my partner's a human. Like, and what they do and what I do, it doesn't really reflect who we are, if that makes sense. And just kind of allowing people to be who they are. And then that, I think that's also a thing where a lot of people get married and they want to change someone. And it's like, well, you know who you married. Like, you know who you're marrying. They're not going to change. If you've been dating for a while, you live together, you kind of know who the person is. So it's like, you either accept that person, or you say, you know what, this doesn't actually work. This is hard. This is a little too much. And then then it doesn't work out. Or you can be like, it's hard, but I love this person and we work well, and it's just, you accept that, hey, this is humanity and no one's perfect. And yeah. Anyways, that's all. That is all. I enjoyed this episode a lot, and we did not go into how to make sandwiches, so hopefully that'll come up at some point. But thanks so much for watching. We'll see you. I always say that. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.